Yo, people, sit down, get a drink, get a snack. We need to talk about this. We need to talk about what just happened at the Emirates Stadium in North London. Real Madrid just got absolutely smoked. When I say smoked, and I'm being nice, they got absolutely smoked. Listen, Arsenal, full credit to them, because they just put in one of the best second half performances I've seen in the Champions League this season, whether it's in the league phase or whether it's now in the knockout phase. This is hands down, and I know I'm putting my hands up, but yeah, hands down, one of the best second half performances I've seen from a team in the Champions League. This is absolutely crazy. The game started off like I expected a little bit, Arsenal having a lot of possession, Real Madrid being set up very nicely defensively and trying to hit Arsenal on the break, which they've done really well at certain occasions. I think the first one that I can think of was when they won the ball back in their own half. Vinny was through on the left-hand side, and I don't know why. And that's maybe what lacked for Madrid today, that extra bit of care in the final third. That's what was lacking today. That's what Madrid was lacking today, sorry. That extra bit of care in the final third. So Vinny was through on the left. And for some reason, instead of maybe waiting a little bit for teammates to come up as well, so you can have a bit more bodies in the box or around the box, he tries that incredibly difficult, I should say, Trivela pass to Mbappe, who was sprinting down the other side. I don't know why he tried that, but it didn't work out. Second one that I can think of was when Timber slipped or something and Vinny kind of managed to scoop the ball in his path and then played it into Mbappe, but Mbappe was offside. And then there was another one where Madrid got in behind, or Arsenal lost the ball again. Actually, yes, it was the Partey pass. Partey or somebody played a hospital ball to Partey, or Partey himself played the hospital ball. You'd have to remind me in the comments. It's fresh after the game, so I can't really remember pretty well who played that hospital ball. But anyway, the hospital ball was played and Madrid were in again with a counter-attack. So it was quite difficult, and you could kind of tell that Arsenal, they were a bit nervous because it was a huge game, and the talk of the town was Arsenal against Madrid, and they were comparing this team from the team in 2005 and 2004, 2005 when Arsenal went all the way to the final, and all sorts of comparisons. So I do get that the nerves were there, but that actually contributed to Real Madrid getting back into the game in terms of playing well, in terms of gaining control, in terms of winning loads of balls back. Camavinga in that first half was absolutely incredible. He was an absolute monster. I would personally say Odegaard went missing today. He was pocketed by Camavinga, but ironically, the best player on the pitch in the first half, especially on Madrid's side, was the one getting sent off towards the end because of some stupid decision. I'm not even going to repeat what he did. You guys have seen the game. You guys watched the game. That was utterly stupid. Now, you're going to miss the return leg, 3-0 down, when the team could actually need you. But Madrid, they're kind of lucky because Tchouaméni is going to be back. He was actually suspended for the first leg, so he's going to be back in the second leg. But yeah, that allowed Madrid to get in the game a little bit more, get back into the groove of it. And they tried to, they actually played the better football, in my opinion. Arsenal were very hesitant. They did have the better chances, though. I will say that. Couple of balls flashed across the box by Saka, probably 2. And then Courtois made that incredible double save. First, the header from Rice. Then the follow-up from, was it Marino? Was it Luis Skelly? I can't remember. Again, this is fresh after the game. Incredible double save by Courtois, who had to step in again in the second half. Made another double save. It was crazy. Courtois definitely deserves some credit. And Madrid can thank the heavens that Courtois was in goal. Because if it wasn't for him, this could have been 5-6. And I'm not joking. This could have been more. So Real Madrid can actually thank their goalkeeper for making these incredible saves. I want to talk about Madrid's front three today, or front four if you like. Modric played in kind of a holding role. Bellingham played in that roaming role again, where he was given a lot of freedom to roam and try and get involved in play. Rodrigo on the right, Mbappe through the middle, Vinny on the left. Extremely poor from all of them. I have to say, some of the chances that they had, they should have buried them. I'm thinking of the one where, again, Madrid in behind the defence, on the counter, Bellingham plays a wonderful ball through to Mbappe. All Mbappe has to do is shift the ball to his left and then just bang it in. If it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. At least you tried. We know that your left foot is not your strongest foot, but at least try. But in his run, he tries to bend the ball into the far corner, but he doesn't actually end up doing it. And it just goes straight to Raya. Raya saves it. That was a clear-cut chance. That should have been 1-0. No excuse, no nothing. That should have been the goal. Another one, and, you know, it just shows you the lack of concentration, the lack of care maybe in the final third as well. Madrid, again, in behind the defense. Vinny, very intelligent at one point, waits. Alaba's doing the overlap, and I was actually screaming at my television. I was like, overlap, wait. And he tries, from a standing position, tries to bend it into the far corner, and it just goes wide. And I'm just like, bro, you could have just slid the ball into Alaba. That could have been a cutback. If anybody's at the penalty spot, that's a tap-in. It was just extremely poor, man. Rodrigo went missing today. Mbappe, apart from that, he tried some crazy stuff as well. I don't know why he's trying to dribble past 3-4 players just outside the box when they're all like in tight areas. Mbappe's not known to be the best players in tight areas, or he's not known to be the best player in tight areas, trying to dribble past players and trying unnecessary flicks and tricks. Like, it just wasn't working out for Madrid's front line today. It was just extremely poor, man. Extremely poor. And listen, we're going to get to the goals, and you can't really say that Madrid's defence is at fault for the goals that they conceded. Declan Rice, take a bow, son, because yo, listen, those 2 free kicks, yeah? You see those 2 free kicks? These are the type of free kicks that will be shown in 20 years' time, bro. In 20 years' time, when they do like a Champions League nostalgia show or something like that, they'll be showing those 2 free kicks. The first one, Jesus Christ. Did you see the way he bent it? And then the camera panned to Roberto Carlos, who was in the stands. He was sitting there. Bro, absolutely outrageous. One of the best free kicks I've seen this season. And at that point, you're thinking, I was literally looking at my TV like, did he just do that? Because maybe Arsenal fans will tell me, but I've not known Declan Rice to be a free kick specialist. Do you know what I mean? And you can clearly tell he worked on them 100%. Like, there's no doubt about it. Then they get a second free kick. And Rice is like, oh, do you want another? Another one. Uno, dos. I'll give you 2. The second one, yeah, I'll be honest. The second one, I would like to say Courtois has to do better there, because I'm thinking, bro, this is keeper side, bro. You should have saved that. Now, I get he thought that the ball was probably going to go over the wall and on that side, on his right, on the goalkeeper's right. But the strike was just too clean, bro. I think that's why it went in. It was just too clean, it was too hard, and it was too precise. There was no way Courtois was getting to that. No way. No way. And then the third goal. Mikel Merino, Mr. What did Arteta say again? Mr. Internal Solutions. He keeps on bagging goals. On the swivel with his left foot, no chance for Courtois again. And just like that, it's 3-0. That's why I said, in that short space of time, Arsenal they were on a different level in terms of finishing, in terms of being precise, and just overall in the second half, Arsenal controlled the narrative. Arsenal had the chances. Arsenal were the ones pressing. Arsenal were the ones winning the ball back, trying to create chances for themselves. Like I said, if it wasn't for Courtois and some of the blocks that I've seen from Alaba, from Asensio, this is why I say I don't really fault Madrid's defence, because they conceded 2 free kicks from the 3 goals that were scored. So you can't really blame their defence. They've done their job. It's the front line, in my opinion, that let Madrid down. That's my opinion on it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, some of the blocks that were made were absolutely fantastic. Asensio, Alaba. But yeah, listen, those 2 free kicks, man, I think that's what really crushed Madrid mentally. I think that's what crushed them mentally. So I've got to say, man, it's absolutely fantastic from Arsenal. And rightfully so. They'll be on a high today. They'll be celebrating. And they'll be thinking, listen, it is possible to go through to the semis. It's absolutely possible. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. Listen, I don't want to be the vibe killer, but I've got to kill the vibe just a little bit, because Real Madrid are still Real Madrid. Listen, I'm not saying that Arsenal are going to go to the Bernabeu and lose. I'm not going to say they're going to concede 4 goals, and that's not what I'm saying. Because I actually think Arsenal are going to go to the Bernabeu and maybe concede 1, but then they'll defend well enough to go through to the semis for the rest of the game. I think that's the scenario more likely to happen. That's what I think, right? That's what I think. But we've seen this scenario before, man. We've seen this scenario before. I took some screenshots earlier of times when Madrid finished the first leg on a deficit and then just did a madness in the second leg. Madrid City 2022, first leg, Man City wins 4-3 at the Etihad. Madrid go to the Bernabeu, win 3-1, go through. Crazy. Real Madrid PSG, we all remember that game. 2022 as well. PSG win 1-0. Madrid go back to the Bernabeu, win 3-1. We all remember that crazy game. Ridiculous. So, like I said, I don't want to be the vibe killer, but we've seen this before. This is still Real Madrid. I want people to understand, yeah, how extremely difficult it is. Please do not look at their form in the league. Do not be fooled by what you see in the Copa del Rey when they do a madness against Real Sociedad and when they ship goals against Real Sociedad. What was it, 4-3 or 4-4? Do not be fooled by these things. This is still Real Madrid. Real Madrid in the Champions League are a different animal. So Arsenal would be foolish. It would be foolish from Arsenal to go to the Bernabeu thinking, yup, this is all wrapped up. We're going to go there and chill. Please do not make that mistake. And I'm saying please because I'm trying to look out for you. Again, Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Bro, once you go to that Bernabeu, your own fans are in the skies and all you see is white around you. Yeah, it's long. It can be a long day for you. It can be a long day. Now, my advice to Arsenal fans, what should you expect from your team in the return fixture? I'm going to tell you. You've got to do 2 things going to the Bernabeu with a lead in the first leg, going into the second leg of a Champions League quarterfinals. You've got to survive the first 20 minutes and you've got to survive the last 20 minutes. As long as you do that, you'll be fine. But make no mistake, show an ounce of nervousness, show an ounce of doubt in the first 20 and in the last 20, you're done. You're finished. You've got to show that you're not scared. You've got to show that you have no fear. And like I said, survive the first 20 and the last 20 and you're good. You go through. So, listen, man, this was entertaining, bro. This was mad entertaining. Champions League football, this is what we love, man. This is what we love. And people said at the start of the season that this new league format or league phase format was going to be boring. It was going to be bad for football. And forget all that, man. This is absolutely fantastic. This is what we love. This is what we want to see. So yeah, man, listen, let me know in the comment section what you think. I've fully enjoyed myself tonight, man. This was prime football. Prime football. Anyway, get down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think, people. If you made it till the end of this video, go in the comment section and type in... what can you type in? I'm trying to do like a little wordplay with Declan Rice. Yeah, just type in Declan Rice free kick hero, something like that. Yeah, something along those lines. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's road to 16K now. I can say it, road to 16K. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'm out, people. Peace.